good morning, Las Vegas. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Monique Buchanan Show. I am your host, Monique Buchanan, your all 50 states realtor. So that's why I don't say local, because we can help you in all 50 states. And guess what, guys? And in 24 countries. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people are moving out of the country now and they need guidance. Make sure that they're in the right hands with professionals outside of this country. And if you need that, remember, we are also here to help you with that. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce none other than Miss Becky Coins. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning, Mo.
Good morning. How was your weekend?
My weekend was amazing. How was yours?
It was really good. Just got back from a cruise. I took my daddy. He's 77 years old. You know, we celebrated our birthday.
Yes, happy
last
birthday.
month. Thank you. My daddy's birthday is April 21st and mine is the 28th. So we hopped on a Carnival cruise. It was his first time. And I tell you what, he was blown away with how much fun he had.
Aww.
I took him to old school dancing. They have like 3 different clubs. So we went to the old school party. I took him to the comedy show. I love that. I just love how much the Carnival cruise, I mean, shouts out to them. They're not paying me to say this, but I do love how much they give you for your, how much bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Everything's included when you get on that ship, and it's just a good time. Everybody's there to have a great time.
I'm glad you guys had such a good time.
I love cruising, but we got to pray for those people.
Oh, yeah. That's
I get back from my cruise and I see that, and I'm like, my goodness, how scary that must be.
Oof, can't imagine.
So you guys out there, my prayer warriors, we really need to be praying for those 150 people that unfortunately have a scare with the hantavirus, which I've never even heard of.
Yeah, me neither.
So you guys be careful out there. We got to start, making sure to wipe down things again and possibly break out those old school masks. I mean, you don't want to pump fear, but just in case.
Get that sanitizer.
Can you imagine how I felt when I got back and I just took my 77-year-old dad on a cruise?
Oh, my goodness.
And he had a great time, though, you guys. So
that's all that matters.
But I missed you guys. I missed you, KUMB. So I come back to some great information. I'm super excited for folks are out there that are like, you know what, Monique, it's just been a rough year. It's been a rough year. I don't have the money to buy a house. I'd love to buy a house, but I honestly just don't have the money. Yeah. I have the credit. I've got the 640, 660 credit score. I've been working for 2 years.
I'm paying my bills.
Pay my rent, but I just don't have the money. Well, guess what, you guys? I have not seen this kind of incentive in, man, it's got to be at least 8 years. So our partner gave us a call and she says, Monique, I've got something for you to mention on the show. We have brand new homes. She's one of my brand new home builder partners. And she says, listen, we are giving up to $27,500 for their down payment, right? We have down payment assistance. So they're willing to pay your down payment. And on top of that, they're pretty much paying your entire closing cost. They're only asking for 1% from you. And in addition to that, they're giving you money to buy down your rate. So let me just say this. They're willing to give you up to $27,500 as the builder, as an incentive to you. And on top of that, they're also going to give you up to another $27,500 for your down payment. That leaves you to pay. I'm just going to use $400,000, which is their starting price. $400,000 home. You would be walking into that property with 1% towards the closing cost, which is $900. So if you are one of those folks that have said, listen, we want to be homeowners, we want to reap the tax benefits. We're tired of paying somebody else's property down. We want to pay our own property down. Maybe you've had doubts.
Yeah.
You think this isn't for me. I don't think I could actually, this could actually happen for me, because a lot of people think that.
So many.
I thought that.
I did too. We all did.
Isn't that crazy?
A lot of us, yeah.
You just have that little that'll never happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're one of those people, this is a brand spanking new home, reputable builder, and they are giving incentives right now. A lot of the builders are doing a lot, but I don't know one that's doing all this.
Yeah.
So
kidding.
When Miss Gina called me and said that, I said, let me go and tell my KUMB family so they can tell their family members about this, because this is basically $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, almost $60,000.
Right.
You can get up to, basically they're paying whatever you need.
Pretty much.
At their price point, because their homes start at $400,000, and I believe they go up to a little over $500,000. So with that being said, that's more than going to cover all your needs.
Yeah.
And you only have the 1%. So at $400,000, it's $9,000. That 1% of that is $900 out of your pocket to buy a brand new 2026 home, 2-story. So let me tell you a couple of them that they have. Becky, you want to kind of let them know a little bit of what they have over there?
So they've got one that's like 1,845 square feet. That one's running about $449. They've got one that's, a little bigger, 2,170 square feet, just over $500,000.
Okay.
You can even go out to
I think that's
Mesquite.
a 4-bedroom.
Yeah, I think so.
They have one that's a 5-bedroom as well.
In Mesquite, a 5-bedroom. It's almost 2430 square feet, almost 2,500 square feet for $547. And it has the bedroom on the first floor for people who wonder, because I cannot tell you how many people lately, everybody's looking, if it's not a single story, when they go looking at that 2-story house, they're like, does it have a bedroom downstairs?
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are not only in Mesquite, they actually are right here in the Las Vegas Valley. They're really close to the Flamingo and 95 area. So, more so coming towards the Strip.
Yeah.
So they're in that vicinity. You're about 7 minutes away from the Strip with these properties. Now, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. So what are some of your some of the requirements?
You just have to be a Nevada resident for 6 months. Yeah, most people
they got that covered.
They've got that covered. Not everybody, but
yeah,
we can handle that.
And what we mean by you don't have to be a first-time home buyer, you guys, this is not for investment properties. This is not for you to rent out.
No.
This just means that if you own a home right now and maybe you need 5 bedrooms and you're in a 3, we can sell that property for you. That releases you. And then you can go ahead and use this program. Okay, but you cannot currently own any properties and use this program. Okay, so please don't misunderstand what we're saying.
It does have to be your primary residence.
You
have to be
live
moving into the home.
That's right. What else you got?
Your household income up to 142.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of my casino workers.
Yeah.
They can do that. Okay. What else you got?
You just got to take a little 2-hour course that they walk you through. We see a lot of them where it's like they give you like the 27-ish range somewhere in there.
But not both.
Yeah, not both.
So basically, you guys, they're taking care of everything that you need to buy a home except 1%. They're taking care of your closing cost. They're taking care of your down payment. They're asking you to come to the table with 1%. Basically offering the masses what our veterans get, which is 0 down, but they don't get closing costs because the VA.
We have to negotiate those.
We get our veterans the closing cost, but that's because,
not guaranteed.
Yeah, that's because of our negotiating skills, but it's not guaranteed.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I might even tell my vets.
Yeah.
I am going to tell my veterans, hey, guess what? So yes, you
For a
get
brand
0
new
down,
house.
right? For a brand new house, you get 0 down, and your closing costs are pretty much fully paid except for 1%.
Yeah.
And actually for the veterans, it is fully paid because veterans are typically only 2% for their closing costs versus regular buyers at 3%.
Yeah.
So they'll have even less, if anything at all, to come out of their pocket.
Exactly. And those incentives buying down your rate, like we talked about, that's what we've been working with some of our other clients as well. So to lower that mortgage payment for a year to 2 years until these rates start to come down. So you're getting into that house now.
Well, they actually will let you also just buy it down straight up. So you can do what Becky's talking about. You can opt to do that, or you can opt to just buy it down for the 30 years, call it a day.
Yeah.
Because we just don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
There's so much uncertainty
But they're
now.
giving you the money to do it.
They're giving you the money. They're paying and letting you have the option of what you would like to do. You can make the choice. Yeah, you know what? I feel better just buying it down for the 30 years and calling it a day. Or, you know what? I know that these rates are going to come down next year, so I'm fine with buying it down for 2 years just to kind of cover myself so that my mortgage payments are, $300, $400, $500 cheaper for these following 2 years. Yeah. So you have options that you're not paying for, but that they are going to be paying for you guys up to $55,000.
I love that our buyers have options right now.
Yes, they do. And that is not always going to be the case. It's not always. We've got a little extension since the war has been started. Yeah. Because listen, they were lowering those rates. We were already at 5.5 before the war started, and when the war started, it went right on back up. Unfortunately, so they were already saying we're bringing them down, and they were keeping their word. But when that war started, unfortunately, that changed everything. Yeah. So here we are.
Unforeseen.
Unforeseen. What can you do? But that's okay because we have programs rolling out to assist you. They understand that. The builders and the sellers both understand that we're right back to these rates. So they're trying to, come up with different ways to
help the buyers.
Cushion that and help the buyers be able to afford these payments. And just so you know, if you were to purchase a property right now with the current rates, okay, all in, I'm going to tell you what that payment would look like at $400,000. We're talking about everything, your insurance, okay, your mortgage insurance premium. So that's the insurance that they charge you when you don't put 20% down. So you've got two different ones. You have hazard insurance, you have mortgage insurance premium, right? You have your principal and interest, and you have taxes. Those four components are what make up that final number for your mortgage payment. So you really have four bills that you're paying all at once when you pay your mortgage. And I just listed them. So this is everything, okay, except for your HOA. That's outside of what I'm going to say. So if your property doesn't have an HOA, you're good. If it does, you need to know that that's outside. But here's an estimate. $400,000, your payment right now with the current rates is $2,560, roughly. That's everything, you guys. Everything. So I know that there's apartments right now. So you can have a $400,000 single story home, 3-bedroom, 1,600 square feet-ish. You know what I mean? Even a 2-story, you're probably looking at around 1,400 square feet to 1,600. Yeah. And your payment's $2,560. And that's today. That's without us buying down your rates. So if we buy that rate down, you're looking at probably about $200 to $300 off of that, probably somewhere around $2,287 a month, right? That's taking the seller's money and buying it down. Okay. And of course, there's different options that could even get your payment even lower. But I'm just giving you an idea of what this looks like to buy a brand new $400,000 home, $900 out your pocket roughly, because they're giving you up to $55,000 towards your closing costs and your down. Did you hear me? 55 grand they're going to put in your pocket and pay what you need.
It's not monopoly money.
No, that's real money. That's real money. So at the end of the day, my veterans could walk away with nothing out of pocket and get their earnest money back and buy a brand new home. My regular folks could walk into a brand spanking new home at $400,000 with as little as $900 out of their pocket and have a brand spanking new home, have them buy down their rate, have them pay their closing costs, except for the 1%, which is at $900. I mean, this is like...
Say goodbye to the landlord.
Goodbye, landlord. I'm done paying your family or building your family's wealth. I'm going to start building my own family's wealth.
That's right.
Because I plan on living here in Las Vegas. And if I don't, Monique and Becky will sell my property and I'll move on with some money. You know what I mean? So you guys, I hope you guys can grasp what we're saying. I don't know how long this is going to go on. It just rolled out. I do know there's going to be a lot of people taking advantage of it. It is in the South area is the best I can tell you. If you want more information, you can call us and we'll let you know and get you plugged in there with Gina, take you on down there, let you look at the properties. Like I said, they have up to 5 bedrooms. They have 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 stories, and single stories. Because if that was on your vision board.
Your vision board, your bucket list, all of it. Yeah.
But you thought it was out of reach.
It's not.
It is not out of reach.
It is not out of reach.
It is not out of reach. And so I am super excited about it.
So am I.
Super excited. For more information, you can reach us at 702-984-3700. I am Monique Buchanan. That's Buchanan. You can also follow me at Realtor Monique Buchanan on IG. My email, if you're just shy and you don't feel like texting me at 702-984-3700, you can always just shoot me an email. Welcome Home Show 91.5 at Gmail. So the name of the show, Welcome Home Show 91.5 at Gmail. Well, I guess I did change it to the Monique Buchanan Show. Should I change my email? Well, anyways, you guys get the hint. We love you and we hope to hear from you. But yes, if you have questions or want me to get you hooked up and get you on down there, me and Becky will take you down, let you look at some properties, or we'll just send you down. You can talk to Gina and we'll get you going on this. And you're about 7 to 8 minutes away from the Strip. So if you're one of these folks that live or work on the Strip, you have convenience. The freeways are around this property. Yeah. You can move around and be at the airport and, you know, in minutes as well. That means you get that, I call it the bumper to bumper 1-year warranty.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if you have a problem, anything, you can just go ahead and make that claim. And it's like, basically they'll take care of whatever happens within that year. And then typically they'll have that 10-year structural. So, you know, these are the incentives and the things that you get when you buy brand new. It's just like buying a brand new car.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an extended warranty.
Absolutely.
You get that when you buy brand new. But guys, even if you were thinking about buying resale properties, I want to say congratulations to my veteran, Denard Miller. We are going into escrow. We are going to get that accepted offer. Yay. And he found a house over in the Northwest area, has a very beautiful pool. And what are we getting that one for? $450,000. And it's over in the Aliante area.
Nice.
You know, that's my stomping grounds, you guys, if you're in the Northwest. Stomping grounds are Aliante Centennial. You know, I live over there. I live in the El Dorado Estates over in North Las Vegas. So yeah, so I know that area very well. Becky, her stomping grounds are Southwest and Summerlin. Right. But we have got you covered all throughout the valley. I love selling homes over in Henderson. I love the McDonald's Ranch area. Listen, you guys, I've got a brand new listing. I just guess I should tell you. And this listing, let me tell you about this listing really quick. It's over 2,400 square feet. It is a single story. It is remodeled. You know, it's where Arnold Schwarzenegger used to live, up there in Hollywood. You know, a lot of stars bought homes back in the day over there because if you want privacy, the views. So there is an unobstructed view of the entire Las Vegas Valley from my listing. 892 Hollywood Drive. 892 Hollywood Drive. I just listed it. Like I said, it's a 4-bedroom, over 2,400 square feet. It's been modernized. Thank you. Kitchen has been updated. It has the Tesla charger. They just put a brand new roof on the property, a tankless hot water heater.
Nice.
I mean, they really took care of this home. And it has a fire pit, elevated fire pit in the backyard. By the way, it's it is 24,000 square feet.
Oh.
So it's almost a half acre, right under. On the corner, RV parking, RV gate. You know what I mean? So in the dining room, the house is set up so you can see the view through all, you know, every room has that view. You know what I mean? Like the guest rooms all have the view. The dining room has the view. The living room has the view. The kitchen, you know, so when you're eating dinner, you can see the whole Las Vegas Valley. And nothing is obstructing it. Nothing ever will because the homes are built down under. It's elevated. Like I said, the Tesla charger is already there. Tankless hot water heater. I just listed that one for $620,000. It's hard to find that size lot. The views alone.
Oh yeah.
Is, you know, almost impossible to find. The privacy, you know. But anyways, 892 Hollywood Drive. That is my latest listing, you guys. The other one is 621 El Gusto. That's Gusto Avenue. Now this is a starter home, but it's a newer home. It was actually built in 2021, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single story, 1,415 square feet. Okay, this property had a landscaper that owned it, so the backyard is already finished. You know, the inside, they had all the little updates, you know, granite countertops, open floor plan, and, you know, it was an LGI home. I remember when I sold it to them. So that just went live. That one's 621 Gusto, El Gusto. That's in the North Las Vegas area. Once again, 3 bedrooms, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,415 square feet, single story. All right. Then the other property, it does have solar, by the way. The other property is 3868 Badger Brook Street. That one's coming soon. It's on Cheyenne in the 215 Cliff Shadows area.
Oh, yeah.
If you go right, you're in Centennial Hills within 7 minutes. If you go left, you're at the Summerlin Mall within 7 minutes. So it's like you get the benefits of Summerlin without the price tag. So that one we are selling for $379,999. The other property, I don't think I told you how much I was selling it for, so let me say that one more time. 621 El Gusto Avenue, North Las Vegas. That one's going for $384,999. So under $400,000. And it was built in 2021. Now, Badger Brook, 3868 Badger Brook Street. That one will be going live next week. And that one we're selling for $379,999. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,398, 2 stories. So 1,398 square feet, 2-car garage. And that one's a 2-story. Also, backyard's completely done. No work at all. You don't have to worry about that one. That one has mountain views and strip views as well. Also has a lot of fruit trees. They have a lot of fruit trees. It was really cool. Yeah, some really good fruit trees back there. I'm pretty sure a peach tree is back there too. So if I pop in your yard and steal a couple peaches after we sell it to you.
Make some peach cobbler.
Yes, girl. Ooh, I love the crust. I'm all about the crust, right? What do you like, the crust or the peaches?
I like the crust.
I'm a crust. If I could figure out another way to get more crust. So starter homes, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,400 square feet basically. That one was built in 2005. They updated the kitchen. There's quite a few little updates when you walk in. They have the electric automated shades that come up and down. And the home is about, when you walk in the entryway, like the living room is about 20 feet tall. So you don't feel squished. Once again, 3868 Badger Brook Street. That is the one that's on Cheyenne and 215. And then you have 621 El Gusto Avenue. That one's in North Las Vegas. And then that single story on a half acre is 892 Hollywood Drive. All right. If you're looking to list your property, we are here to help. Me and Becky can walk you through. Like all 3 of these properties, we had to go over there and kind of guide the sellers on what to fix, what not to fix, what to paint, what not to paint. Sometimes we get carried away as sellers and we waste money and time.
Yeah.
Changing floors out that don't need to be changed out. You know what I mean? Painting things that don't need to be really painted, or you know what I mean? Well, fresh paint is always a good idea.
Right.
But, there's things that they try to do up and above and beyond, and that's nice. But if it's not going to bring you the value, you might want to have somebody, a professional come kind of guide you on that so you don't waste money and time. So there's that, you guys. But anyways, we were talking about purchasing resales before I went on a listing tangent.
Yeah, well, and I just have to say, as you touched upon, our different stomping grounds, our big, small town of Vegas just has so much. There's so many different pockets all over the city.
Yes. We have great areas in Vegas. I don't know of a really bad area.
No.
I love them all.
But everything has something to offer.
They really do.
There's a flavor for everybody, I think.
That's very good. Well said, Becky. A flavor for everybody. And speaking of flavors, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Roy Braggs. He's one of our KUMV listeners, and he called about possibly looking into Pahrump. I said, Roy, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We're moving a lot of my retirees out there, aren't we, Beck?
Yes, we are. We've had a lot of them.
And they love it. It's quiet out there. One of my retirees, he's a retired lawyer. And we sold him last year. I went out there and actually popped by and seen him about 2 months ago. He says, Monique, I love it out here. He said, it's so quiet and peaceful out here. He bought that property brand spanking new. That home is a single story, sitting on about a 10,000 square foot lot with RV parking, brand new. Okay. The home itself is about 1,800 square feet, right? It's a 2-bedroom, but with an office. So technically it could be a 3-bedroom, but he wanted his office. So he still dabs a little in his, his business. So he wanted his office. So that property we got for $340,000 brand new with all that land. And it's in a golf course community. And if you haven't been out there to this community, I'm telling you, they have grass, waterfall when you enter. They have their own restaurant for the residents.
The walking paths.
Yes.
All of it. Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
It is. You see people jogging, just living their best life.
Pahrump is not just for retirees.
No, is it? No, it is not.
We just last year, my son's one of his best friends, the 2 brothers, they're young. They're in their I think they just turned 30. They bought a beautiful house out there.
On an acre of land.
On an acre of land. Yes, they did.
With their own well.
Oh, yeah. Well, septic, solar.
Casita.
They had the giant, they had their own 2-car attached garage, and then they had an additional gigantic RV garage.
Yeah, so if you're somebody that's worried about the water running out, hello, Pahrump, you get your own well.
Right.
And many properties still have wells on the property. So, and our family, the Jay's family. She moved in that same community. She loved it. She said her kids love living there. They loved the school. They loved everything about it. They were able to, go to the parks as a family within the community. The community has pools.
Yeah.
So they just love that. So let me just give you this quote that I gave Mr. Bragg so he would understand as well. For $330,000, your payment's around $2,287, you guys. And now let me tell you what you get out here for $330,000.
Let's not talk about that.
So yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Unless you need a townhouse or a condo.
Yeah, you're not getting a quarter of an acre.
No.
You know what I mean? RV parking. No. You're not getting a brand new home, that's for sure.
No.
For $330,000. I don't even know if you'll be able to get. You might be able to find a single story home somewhere that's maybe 900 square feet. I don't know.
Yeah, some small ones I think I've seen.
Obviously the prices have went way up here in Vegas. It is what it is. Demand is still here for homes.
Yeah.
But I always tell you guys, my thought is Pahrump is the next suburb. You might as well say it already is the suburb of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The next suburb. Like, everybody's moving out there. I get a lot of calls for Pahrump. You know, it's growing. They're widening the roads. Whenever you see them, widen those roads.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're starting to build a lot of stuff out there. If you know your budget is, hey, I don't want to be over $2,200, or I don't want to be over, I want to be under $2,500 or less for my payment. I don't mind driving the 35 minutes into town.
Yeah, the commute.
It's not that bad
The
anymore.
boys, those brothers, they commute into town.
A lot of people do. You know, some people work from home. Some people only come into the office a couple times a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's options for you guys. And of course, we'll take care of you here, right here in the beautiful Las Vegas Valley as well. We will, of course, go after the closing costs for you. Listen, it's still happening. I'm going to get $15,000 in closing costs for my veteran. It's only happening because these rates are high.
Yeah.
They're higher, I should say, because if I say these rates are high in front of my dad, he'll look at me like I'm crazy because he bought a house at 13%.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what's the norm back then.
Yeah.
So he's looking at me like, how is 6% high?
Why you guys complaining? Why are you crying?
Because we got spoiled during COVID. That's why, Dad.
Yes.
But you guys, right now, you know, if you try to time it, you're going to miss out on equity. You're never going to be able to time the market. And while you're waiting for the perfect time to buy, you're missing a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years of equity you could have built up in your home.
You're pouring it into somebody else's equity.
You're just giving it to somebody else. Becky said it, right? She's right. But we love you guys. I think I only said my number once, but don't worry. At the end of every show, it's there, but it's 702-984-3700. You can always just Google my name, too, and get the number. Monique Buchanan, Buchanan. I'm available. We're available. We're here to help you guys. We love you guys. If you're too shy to text, welcomehomeshow91.5 at Gmail. You can email me. If you're savvy, and you're an IG person, I'm at Realtor Monique Buchanan. But I personally love Facebook, and that's just my first and last name. All right, you guys. So we love you guys. Me and Becky are looking forward to hearing from you guys. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're facing some hard times with your mortgage or something's happening, you know, don't just try to ignore it. We're here to help. Okay, we can advise you on what you can do. All right, that's what we're here to do. You know, sure, I'd love to sell you a home, or I'd love to sell your home, but I'd also love to help you, even if I don't sell you a home. So if you have an issue, 702-984-3700. All right, our next show is going to be about exactly that. So we love you.
As always.
And until we hear from you,